Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing my 2026 financial reset. I cannot believe that we are in a new year already, and when reflecting on 2025, I realized I didn't really need a stricter budget, I just needed a total reset. I have been using the cash envelope system now for 6 years, I believe. I started maybe 5 years ago. And it totally changed my life. I can't imagine where I would be if I didn't start this system. I still 100% stand by the cash envelope system, but I wanted to reset the way that I do everything else. My budget, my expense tracking, and just being 100% on top of myself. So today we're going to be talking about my budgeting system. We're going to talk about some new cash envelope categories that I'm going to have moving forward, and then the goals that I'm focusing on to really thrive this year. The reason why I felt like I needed a reset so bad was that I was just starting to feel really overwhelmed with the whole system. And I get like this from time to time. I don't like when things are too stagnant. I like to switch things up as things go. I've tried all these different things and I felt like I was getting to a point where what I was trying just wasn't working for me, and that I needed to kind of revamp and refresh. In the process of that, I found a great content creator named Gabby Peterson. I'll link her channel down below. She talks a lot about finance as well. She talks about lifestyle, budgeting. I really appreciate her videos and her mentality towards finance. I think what's so great about her is that she is completely debt-free. I am not in that position, so I think it's going to be really fun to utilize the tools that she has taught me and apply it into my life with debt. So one of the big things that we are going to be utilizing this year is her budgeting system, which is downloadable on her, I believe it's her website or her Etsy. Either way, I'll link it down below. She also has a video where she breaks it down and shows step by step. But what I really love about it is that it's super intuitive from the way that she's described it. You plug in your numbers, you plug in your expenses, and it's going to automatically do all of the equations and things to make this very visually easy to absorb. Like that it's at a monthly glance, so I don't have to do this every single week like I was doing before. At the end of the month during my reset, I can go through, fill in all my expenses, unstuff based on of that, and then go from there. So in 2026, I want to be a little bit more realistic about where my money is going. So along with expense tracking, I also felt like I needed to have a few more categories in my cash envelope setup for that reason. Initially in 2025, one of my biggest spending categories was just categorized as spending, which just became this lump of anytime I didn't know where an expense should have gone, it just got thrown into spending. So I really wanted to break things down into some new categories. So some of the big ones that you're gonna see in my cash stuffings are going to be broken out into things like books and hobbies. Things like clothes has its own category again. Night out, which I thought would be fun. It's kind of like date night, but I wanted to kind of give it a little bit more of a broader term in case I was ever going out with friends or things like that. Just keeping that spending awareness so that it cuts that impulse control of spending too. If I'm mass putting a bunch of money into a spending category, that just means I can spend it anywhere, and I was spending it in places I shouldn't have. So I was going over budget and things, but then not accurately tracking what I was spending. So it wasn't giving me an accurate representation of where my money was being spent, which makes it very hard to be realistic with yourself about where your money needs to go. There's a lot I'm going to change in 2026 when it comes to my approach to money. There's some spending habits I want to be really real with myself on. Eating out has got to go. It has to. I have to be realistic that there's probably going to be moments where I'm going to go and get fast food, or we're gonna go eat out as a family. I didn't meal prep and I need lunch for the day. I'm not gonna not eat just because I didn't prepare for that. What I want to do is be more prepared for those moments, not using eating out just because it has money in it, but having it as almost like an emergency for, oh, I did not meal prep, I need to order something. Being better prepared is something I definitely want to get real on. I really just want to set some boundaries with money. If I don't have the money for it, I'm saying no. So as much as I love you as a friend or a family member, if you ask me to go out to dinner or to go on a trip or go to the movies and it's not within my budget realm of possibility, I'm not putting it on credit. I'm sorry, we're trying to be debt-free. Really being honest about the boundaries that I'm setting with not only myself, but my friends and family and loved ones, because at the end of the day, it's just gonna make us better. So I want to talk a little bit about my financial goals for 2026. If you see me looking off screen here, it's because I have my Notion template open. This is also a template from Gabby, so I will link that down below as well. The financial goals that I have for this year are set up into quarterly goals. They are very straightforward this year. This is the year of debt free. It's happening, it's happening, it's happening. Apart from my student loan, but we'll talk about that another time. In quarter 1, I want to pay off credit card number 3. That has roughly a total of $1,000 on it as a remaining balance. So that's gotta go. In quarter 2, I want to pay off credit card 2, which has a rough balance of around $2,000, give or take. And so that's gotta go. And then quarter 3, I want to pay off credit card 1, which has a balance of $4,000, which is my big boy. So planning on using the debt snowball method for this. When you are paying off debt, you continue to pay that minimum payment towards the next debt. So let's say on credit card 3, I have a minimum payment of $60. If I'm making that minimum payment plus extra towards that until it's gone, now moving forward to credit card 2, I apply that $60 that was going to credit card 3 to credit card 2, and that's gonna snowball and continue to grow until we get to that last big payment. I did throw in an extra Q3 goal, which is save $1,000 in my emergency fund. And that is just in case I do end up going ahead above and beyond of paying these off a lot faster than where I have them currently scheduled. I want to have that backup goal in there. And then in Q4, what I would love to do is pay off my car. But there is a slight issue with my car currently, so I may actually be paying that off faster than I want to. But there's gonna be potentially some changes. So that is a TBH, and I will let you guys know if that changes. And then the overarching goal for this year is to purchase a home, which sounds crazy when we're talking about all of this debt. But my husband and I are in a position where we feel really confident about purchasing a home, and we want to start at least beginning that process this year and hopefully having something by the end of the year. I know this process can take a long time, but we are excited about it and we can't wait to start that journey, and I can't wait to talk more about it in videos upcoming, and just kind of sharing our experience and our story and how it's impacting us financially, because that is a huge financial undertaking. But we have a little family and we want to have our own space and be able to grow, and we're very excited. So those are the financial goals for this year, which is a lot. It's a lot of money to have as goals, but it's so important, and that's why I really needed this reset. I love the new year. I feel like it's such a great time to reset, but I do want to say that there is no timestamp. There is no set limit on when you can change your goals and revamp your goals. So if you end up finding this video in July, do it. Change up your system. Do whatever you need to do to feel confident about your money again, because the new year is just another day. But it's a really great excuse, and who doesn't love a new fresh start? So If you are doing a 2026 financial reset, comment down below. Let me know what your biggest goal is for this year. I would love to know. Let's support each other down in the comments. And if you have any questions for me, feel free to leave that down in the comments too. I'm always happy to answer those. And if you want some more realistic budgeting and cash envelope content, feel free to subscribe. I will be posting weekly cash stuffings, so that's the kind of content that you can look forward to see on a regular basis, and every once in a while you see my face pop up too. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys had an amazing new year, and I hope that the start of your 2026 is going so well, and I will see you in the next video.